My name is Miss Kellyn from Happy Light Yoga, and thank you for joining me today for Family Yoga with the Downingtown Library. This class is primarily for caregivers and kids 3 and up, but you're welcome to join and participate regardless of your age, and just do what you can. Most important thing is breathing in yoga. So I like to get started with breathing exercises from our Breathe Like a Bear book, and this is by Kira Wiley. This is a great book. I just think it's never too early to start incorporating breathing exercises for your children, and they help grown-ups too. So today, since we are coming into spring, and I know some people take both classes, so I apologize if you already had this breathing exercise today, but I want to do flower breath. So finding your way to your mat, sitting up nice and tall, maybe closing your eyes here. Imagining a flower in front of you. It's the most beautiful flower you've ever seen. Can you see all the colors of the flower in your mind? Imagine how it smells. Take a long sniff in through your nose and let the air out through your mouth. Take another long sniff in through your nose, letting the air out through your mouth. One last long breath in, smelling your flower. Open your mouth, let the breath out. So just taking a moment after that breathing exercise to notice how you feel. We know, scientists and people who practice yoga, like yourselves, that taking 3 nice, long, deep breaths can really reset how you're feeling calm in your mind. So this is a great exercise to practice when you need to feel calm. So now that we're going to get started, I want to do an exercise from our Make Some Energy section because we're going to start moving soon, so we need some energy. And this one's called bunny breath because it's springtime and we're going to start seeing a lot of little bunnies and little animals around. So sitting up nice and tall, make bunny paws with your hands in front of your body. And we're going to take quick little bunny breaths in through our nose, 4 at a time, okay? So breathe in through your nose. One more like that. Breathe in through your nose, 4 little quick sniffs. Open your mouth. Now put one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, and see if you can feel your belly muscles working when you take the little sniffs. So breathe in through your nose, 4 quick little sniffs. Did you feel it? All right, we're gonna take one more round of that. So deep breaths in through your nose and let it out. Nice job. And maybe just noticing now how you're feeling a little different after doing that exercise than you felt with the last flower breath exercise. So we'll do one more. This is called Be a Bumblebee. And this is from the Focus section. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to be bumblebees. So make little bumblebee wings by sticking your arms out to the sides. You can be resting your hands on your hips. And then maybe you want to wiggle your wings around, flap them up and down. And then coming to stillness, take a deep breath in. And bzzz, as you let it out. So make that buzz last as long as you can. Now we're going to bring our wings out to the sides and make circles coming forward. Maybe these arm circles start small and get bigger and bigger. Making sure to keep breathing in and out while you're doing this, and then switch to the opposite direction. So sending your hands to the back. Deep breaths in and out. And coming back to stillness, bringing your little bumblebee wings out to the side. Sit up nice and tall. Deep breath in. And last one, deep breath in. And now release your hands to your lap. And now one normal breath. We're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. So, noticing how you feel now after you did that bumblebee exercise. Maybe you still feel energized because that one is a little silly, but I think it's a great way to get started. So, today, since it's warmer out, you might notice that I am outside today. I'm coming to you from my backyard, and I'm so lucky I get to do this. I am feeling really, really happy that the weather is getting warmer, and I walked around my yard today and noticed that there are little buds on all the plants, so I know that soon those are going to turn into leaves or flowers, and my backyard is going to be looking very, very beautiful, more beautiful than I think it already does. But yeah, it's going to be looking more green and have more colors in it. So that's great for me. And since it's spring, I thought we would do Mia's mountain hike yoga story, because this kind of weather makes me want to get outside, and I hope that you have found some time to get outside this week as well. Mia loved the forest. I'm going to come a little closer so I can make sure you can see. Mia loved the forest. She loved looking for animals and swimming in the lake and having lunch outside. But her absolute favorite thing to do in the forest was go hiking with Auntie Lisa. They would leave the city sounds behind and enter the magical forest world. At the head of the trail, Mia grabbed Auntie Lisa's hand. She smiled and then led her aunt down the mountain path. They were off into their next adventure. So we're going to do mountain pose. So standing up nice and tall, arms coming long beside you. We're going to point both toes, all your 10 toes towards the front. Your feet are about hip distance apart. And then bring your chest up nice and proud. You want to puff up your chest, let your shoulders slide down away from your ears. Take a deep breath in here, and a deep breath out. Nice job. The sun's rays streamed through the sweet-smelling pine branches and lit the path. Mia even heard an eagle squawk. So now we're going to try eagle pose. So this one's kind of tricky and it might be tough to balance, but I like to reach my arms up and then bend my knees. So kind of start in a chair pose and then lift your right leg up and over. Bring your right arm down and under. See if you can balance here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath in and release on the breath out. We'll shake it out. Let's move to the other side. Inhale, both arms reach overhead. Exhale, bend into your knees. Inhale, this time your left leg comes up and over. Left arm swings down and under. Eagle pose. If you're having trouble with your arms, like the eagle arms, you can just reach around your chest, give yourself a nice hug. Deep breath in and breath out. Release. Shake it out. Nice work. Where do these nuts come from, Auntie Lisa? Mia asked. From the trees. Auntie Lisa shook a branch and acorns fell onto the ground. Squirrels collect them for the winter. Mia gathered a pile of acorns and placed them into a tree hole. I wonder if squirrels get tired of eating acorns. So, this page calls for toga. So if you have like a little ball or a little toy, let me look around and see what I have. Oh, I have the perfect thing. So I have this little toy lemon that I'm gonna use. And you're gonna take your toe, your whole foot actually, and you're gonna try to pick up your toy with your foot. I can't do it with this, but that's okay. This is more just about getting your foot to move around in a certain way. And then once you've had enough on that side, you can switch to the other side. If you are wearing socks, it might help if you take your socks off. I'm not gonna do that because I'm outside and I don't want to get any splinters on my deck. All right, nice job. Nice job for you guys. I tried, and that's what's important. So, continuing down the path, they came across a misty waterfall. They put down their backpacks and stood silently, their eyes closed. Mia felt the cool spray wash over her, and she took a deep breath. This is magic, she thought. So this is standing forward bend. I guess this is to mimic like a waterfall. So you're gonna start standing in our mountain pose, and then deep breath in, reach up. As you breathe out, dive forward. Soft bend in your knees is okay. You're trying to bring your chest down onto your thighs, trying to get your hands to the floor. So I like to have a bend in my knees. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, rising back up. And exhale, release the arms down. When the day got warmer, they stopped at the lake to cool off. They watched a family of ducks waddle past on the sandy beach. So this one is a squat pose. I guess that's for waddling ducks. So you're gonna bring your feet out kind of wide. I like to point my toes out in opposite directions. Hands to the middle of your heart, and then squat down through your legs. Maybe you wanna see if you can waddle side to side. Breathing deeply through your nose, inhale and exhale. Breath in, straighten your legs. Woo! Nice work. Auntie Lisa pointed across the lake at a mama bear and her cubs. "Stay still, Mia," she said, pulling Mia close. "Those bears are busy eating berries and aren't interested in us." Mia felt safe with her aunt, but she could feel her heart beating faster. They watched and waited while the 3 black bears grazed in the meadow. So they're waiting in downward facing dog. I know all of my little yogis know downward facing dog. So plant your hands on the mat, step your feet back, lift your hips up high. Maybe you want to walk out your down dog, stretch out through those legs. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And look to your hands, step your feet forward as you breathe in. Moving on to the next pose. "Are bears dangerous, Auntie Lisa?" Mia asked after the animals had ambled away. Ambled means walked, by the way. That's a good question. Bears aren't dangerous if we leave them alone. The same goes for most wild animals. Auntie Lisa patted her on the back. "Oh, like cougars?" asked Mia. "Yes," said her aunt. And a cougar is a type of big cat. So we're gonna do cat pose. Coming to your mat, you're gonna plant your hands down, bring your knees down to the mat, and then cat pose. So we'll breathe in our neutral spine. And as we exhale, we're gonna round our back, look towards your knees, inhale back to center, and exhale, round your back, Look towards your knees. Inhale and exhale, release. Mia heard a rustle in the grass. I think I just heard a snake. Oh, I would be scared if I heard a snake, but I do like cobra pose. So we're gonna lie all the way down for cobra pose. You can bring your forearms out on the mat in front of you. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, maybe you wanna wiggle your feet side to side. Inhale, and as you exhale. Nice job. Life is so busy at home, Mia said, reveling in the peace and quiet. That's why it's important to take it easy once in a while. Auntie Lisa leaned back against a rock. So we'll take it easy in child's pose. Kneeling down on your mat. You're gonna bring your arms long out in front of you. Rest your forehead on the mat. And just take a moment here to breathe into your back. So feeling your breath come into your back, feeling it fill up and fall as you exhale. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Nice work. That's a great pose if you're ever feeling a little bit anxious or angry, to just come into that pose and take a few deep breaths. Mia listened to the talk of a woodpecker. Isn't this the most beautiful day? Auntie Lisa beamed. I think that woodpecker agrees with you. So the woodpecker's kind of in hero's pose, this pose. So we're gonna kneel down on our mats, in hero's pose. Bring your hands to your knees. Reach up tall through your head. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more deep breath in, deep breath out. When they continued on their hike, Auntie Lisa pointed out a deer dashing up the hill beside them. Mia smiled. I love being in the forest, she thought. So a seated twist here. This one's kind of tricky to tell you about. So you're gonna start with your left leg under your right, close to your sit bone. Bring your right leg up and over. And then bring your right hand behind you. Reach your left arm up high. You can either hug around your right leg, or you can bring your left elbow past your right knee. Deep breath in as you reach up tall through your head, and breath out as you twist open. Look out over your right shoulder. Breath in, come back to the middle. And we'll switch sides, so that right leg is gonna come in close to your left leg. Left leg comes up and over. Left hand plants behind you. You're gonna reach the right arm high. You can either hug around that left leg. Inhale as you reach to the crown of your head. As you breathe out, gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale back to center and release. Taking one step at a time, they slowly climbed the rocky path. Mia could hear her own deep breathing. The deer had made the hike look easy, but Mia had to focus and keep telling herself that she could do it. So here we're gonna take some deep breaths, okay? So you can see what Mia's doing. She's sitting up with crossed legs. She has her hands on her knees. And she's breathing deeply. So crossing your legs, hands on your knees, sit up nice and tall. Maybe you close your eyes here. We'll take 2 deep breaths. Deep breath in through your nose, deep breath out through your nose. Inhale, exhale. Finally, they came to a wooden bridge crossing a rushing river. Where does the water come from, Auntie Lisa? See how it comes down from the top of the mountain? Ice melts and rain falls. Then you have a river. There is so much to learn, thought Mia. So moving on to bridge pose, like the bridge over the river. So you're gonna lie all the way back. The soles of your feet are gonna be flat on the mat, arms long beside you. And then inhale as you lift your legs up. Maybe you walk your hands together underneath of you, clasping your hands on the mat. Take a deep breath in and release on the breath out. I like to draw my knees into my chest here, rock side to side. Nice job. At the top of the mountain, they used a flat rock as a table for their picnic. There is no better place to eat lunch, she thought. Reverse tabletop pose. So coming back to your mat, you're gonna bring, we're sitting up here, you're gonna bring your feet on the mat, and then bring your arms behind you, your fingertips pointing towards your hips. And then here, we're gonna inhale as we lift our hips up, and exhale as we let our head fall back. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Start to release down, lowering your hips down. After lunch, they lingered at the summit. Mia lay back and gazed at the blue sky. The world seemed so big, and she felt so small. Can we go on another hike soon? Mia asked. You bet, said Auntie Lisa with a wink. Now they're in resting pose. So making your way to your mat, if you need to grab pillows or blankets or anything to make yourself comfortable, we are going to lie all the way back. You're gonna bring your legs out wide on the mats. Your arms can be long beside you. Maybe you want to bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your low belly. Just finding what feels comfortable for you. We'll take one deep breath in. Open your mouth, deep breath out. And while you're here in this rest pose, stay in your rest pose. I'm going to do one last breathing exercise from our Breathe Like a Bear book. And this is from the Imagine section. This is called Imagine You're a Tree. Imagine you're a tree. You have roots growing down into the earth, holding your trunk steady and strong. Your branches are reaching up high. What kind of tree are you? You can be any kind of tree you want. Decide what color leaves you have, what your branches look like, and how tall you are. See your whole tree in your mind. Remember, your tree has strong roots that hold you safely in the ground and strong branches that reach up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in and let it all the way out. So wiggling your fingers and toes, making your way back up to a comfortable seat on your mat, keeping your eyes closed. And bring your hands to the middle of your heart. And together we'll take a deep breath in and a big breath out. Bring your thumbs up to the center of your forehead. We fan open our hands to invite in the love, the light, and the peace. The light in me honors the light in each of you. We bow forward together and say namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Miss Kellyn from Happy Light Yoga. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, any social media. And this is Family Yoga with the Downingtown Library. We have this class for caregivers and kids ages 3 and up every Thursday at 1:45. And we have a class for younger kids, ages 3 and under, and caregivers at 1 o'clock for the Downingtown Library, both on Zoom. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.